treasure divers. So I'm standing in the dive boat. Unfortunately we're on land, but I just wanted to have a chat with you about the winch bumper that we're building. Now the reason being is we are now going to be launching from a place called P.A.D.I in Cornwall, and the slip is quite steep, and my van there doesn't really like steep inclines, especially slippery surfaces, because it's rear wheel drive. Gets into all sorts of trouble, so we thought we'd better have a winch on the front. So that's what it's all about, really, designing and building a winch bumper to accommodate a winch, and we're going to take you on that journey. So this is part one. Okay, here we go. We've got our electric winch for the front of the Sprinter van. So this particular one is Blackline professional quality tools. Bought it on eBay from a UK distributor. The communication was fantastic with them. I emailed them. Well, I sent them an eBay message saying, you know, have you got this in stock, and would you be able to ship it straight away if I bought it? Got a reply straight back, yeah, no problem, you know, we stocked them, and it'll be dispatched the same day. And it was, yeah, it came in a couple of days. It was awesome service. I purchased this on eBay through Rally Design Limited. Rally Design in Kent supplied this winch. So I paid a total of £298, including VAT, and it was free delivery. Really well packaged as well. So I'm going to speed this bit up because we all know how to open a box. So straight away, the first thing you come to is the instructions, and they're all nice and plain and clear, and in English as well. The whole thing's in English. Next you've got a few other little bits and pieces that would get lost otherwise if they weren't separated like that. Next is my favourite bit, which is a little hood for the winch. It's all elasticated and padded. It's really nice. Keep it all tidy and clean. The electrical wires look real good quality as well. It's the fair lead. A nice slim mounted fair lead there, which is what we wanted. That's the control box that has to go on top of the winch, and also there's a couple of wireless control thingies there, and there she is. That's the business end. Was this here, which is like a clutch release, so if you want to freewheel it, if you want to pull it out by hand, I think you have to engage this or disengage this. And I was just a bit concerned on how hard it was to do, because you might have to put your hand down in behind to get to it, because obviously on our Sprinter it's going to be all sort of covered in. But yeah, it's really easy just to lift and turn like that. Yeah, all in all, really pleased with it. Right, here we go. It's exciting, Saturday morning, and we're going to fit the winch on the new design just to see how it goes. This is the latest version of our new winch bumper, and it's going to go on here. Well, it seems to fit. Look at that. Fits like a glove. Here we go. It fits. Look at that. Made to measure. So good. The only thing is we've got to find somewhere to put this control box. Because normally they fit on the top, but we haven't quite got enough room behind there for the wires. Alright, 2 cups of tea and half a packet of biscuits later, we've come to the conclusion that if you just turn the whole thing around, it won't go on there because of the wires sticking out the back, but you can literally just put it on that way around, because it's covered anyway by a bumper, so you won't see all those wires. There we go, bumper's popped in place just to check that it's going to fit, and the screw holes are in the right place. So the screws, we're going to screw that straight in, bolt straight into there, and put some nuts, weld some nuts on the back of the plate, and the wires just stick into that little recess there, which is quite handy, out of the way. Right, so we've just stuck the grill in, and it's looking great. The only cutting that is going to need to take place is in here, but of course that's where the number plate goes. So, and also the sensor, air sensor there, it goes in there. Well, that can stay in there, that's alright. So it's only a little bit out the top of there, isn't it? Really. Although, so I hope you enjoyed the first part of the winch bumper build, and the next part is all about changing the design and moving it up slightly. And so to move it up slightly, we had to completely redesign the whole front plate and cut another one out and weld that one up. So enjoy part 2. What would be better is if we didn't have to do any cutting at all to the bumper. So if we could raise the whole winch up so that the fair lead was coming out of here, and then we could keep our number plate in exactly the same place. I mean, that would be better. It would certainly be easier for people when they buy them to fit. So we've just made a couple of folds on one side, and we're just lining it up now with the actual winch plate, just to check that the angles are all okay before we fold the other side.
So that white thing on the ground that you can see we're taking measurements off is the original bumper that's underneath the plastic moulded one. So we're using that obviously for reference each time to get the right mounting points and things.
Here we go. So we've moved the whole position of the winch bumper up to avoid the opening being in the way of the number plate. So we've lifted the whole thing up, so we're going to now see whether it fits better. Right, so we've just stuck the bumper on, made some cuts in it. Unfortunately you've got to cut the bumper up a bit, and yeah, it's looking good. Completely raised the whole winch and the frame so that it misses the number plate. It sits there nicely. I like that.
Yeah, apologies everybody for the little red cable that's in the picture. That's my microphone. I didn't realise it was there dangling over the front while I was doing that piece.
Right, so we've moved the winch forward a little bit on the plate just to give a bit more access to these cables at the back there touching the radiator. So that's all right. So we're really pleased with this. We've put all the mouldings back on, and he fits a treat. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, really pleased with that. So I'm glad we raised it so that we can still put the number plate back on here. Well, I hope you enjoyed part 2 of the winch bumper build. Now part 3 is really the finishing off, the powder coating and that kind of thing, and then actually trying it out and using it and seeing how effective it is. And then we're going to put them into production and you'll be able to buy one. Right, here we are in the powder coating department of the factory, and on the rack here you can see the first 2 of our bumpers. Look at that. They look really nice painted. Well, it's not paint, is it? It's powder coating. But, yeah, there you go. Well, good morning everybody, and we're nearing the end of the winch project. So let's see how we're getting on so far. All powder coated and bolted on. I don't know if you can see properly, but there's a bit of a shadow here, unfortunately. It's early in the morning and the sun's in the wrong place for filming, but he's certainly looking good. Good morning YouTube. This is just to wrap up the video for the winch bumper build. I hope you weren't too bored. I hope it entertained a lot of people, and I hope it was relevant to a lot of people that maybe want to fit one to a Sprinter. Here it is, just about finished. All we've got to do is put the number plate back on, but yeah, he looks he's nice and hidden behind there, and we're really pleased with it. So as you can see, we're making use of the towing eye, but you don't have to have that in. I'll probably take that back out. So you take the towing eye out, you can wind this all the way back into here. You can take this hook off, so it's just this little bit here, and that just pops straight back and you hardly even notice it's on there. Here's one I prepared earlier. This one's ready for shipping, so that's what it looks like when you get it.